Title: Lost in Love, The Dimensional Detour of Princess Lingling Kwong. Once upon a time, in the grand and prosperous kingdom of Luoyang, there lived a princess named Lingling Kwong. She was the epitome of grace and discipline, a woman of unwavering principles and a firm believer in duty and tradition. Her parents, the king and queen, had tasked her with an all-important mission: find a prince worthy of her hand in marriage. Lingling, though dedicated to her principles, secretly longed for something more than the perfectly poised nobleman her royal advisors paraded before her. Nevertheless, she took on the quest with determination and embarked on a mystical journey, guided by an ancient map said to lead to the perfect prince. However, something went wrong. Terribly, hilariously wrong. Instead of arriving at a land of eligible bachelors, a mysterious portal swallowed her whole, spinning her through a kaleidoscope of colors and plopping her unceremoniously onto the cobbled streets of a very different world. Dazed, she sat up, dusted off her elaborate royal gown, and realized she was in an unfamiliar city, one filled with glowing signs, noisy carriages, which she later learned were called cars, and people in strange, unfussy clothing. She was lost. And worst of all, there was no prince in sight. Enter LingOrm Cornafat, a fiercely independent, sarcastic, and delightfully chaotic woman who ran a quaint yet cluttered repair shop. Orm was the kind of person who made up her own rules and scoffed at tradition. She lived life on her own terms, guided only by her love of fixing things and an impressive ability to detect nonsense from a mile away. When Orm found Lingling standing in the middle of a crosswalk, commanding the peasants to fetch her royal steed, she did what any responsible citizen would do: dragged the absurdly overdressed woman out of traffic and into her shop. "Who are you, and why do you sound like you walked out of a period drama?" Orm asked, raising an eyebrow. "I am Princess Lingling Kwong of the kingdom of Luoyang," Lingling declared, lifting her chin. "I have been sent to find a prince." Orm stared at her, then burst into laughter. "Wow. Okay, well, good luck with that. But first, do you have money?" "Money?" Lingling blinked. "I have gold coins." Orm's eyes twinkled. "All right, princess, you just became my favorite customer. What was supposed to be a temporary arrangement, Orm's letting Lingling stay in her spare room while figuring out how to get back, turned into something far more chaotic and much more fun. Orm taught Lingling how to use a microwave, which Lingling thought was a magical heat box, how to dress like a commoner, which she protested dramatically, and, most importantly, how to let loose and enjoy life. Lingling, in return, taught Orm about discipline, tradition, and the art of graceful sword fighting, which Orm was surprisingly good at and took way too seriously. Somewhere between burnt toast incidents, late-night storytelling, and bickering over modern etiquette, Lingling found herself looking at Orm in a way she never had before. One fateful evening, after a particularly intense sparring match, Orm grinned at her. "You know, princess, if you're looking for a perfect prince, I hate to break it to you, but you might be in the wrong place." Lingling hesitated, her heart doing something entirely unexpected, fluttering. "Perhaps I was meant to find something or someone else." There was a pause. Then, with a teasing smirk, Orm leaned in, brushing a stray strand of hair from Lingling's face. "Are you saying I'm more charming than a prince?" Lingling huffed, her cheeks warm. "You are insufferable." "And yet, you're blushing," Orm countered, grinning. And just like that, the idea of marrying a prince seemed laughably dull compared to the adventures of falling, quite unexpectedly and wonderfully, in love with Orm Cornafat. Thus, in a world not her own, Lingling found something far better than what she originally sought, someone who made her laugh, challenged her, and most importantly, made her heart race in the most peculiar way. And so, their story of love, laughter, and a delightfully misdirected royal quest continued, proving that sometimes the best journeys are the ones you never planned for.